So I think we were inspired for this evening's theme, content, by the fact that yesterday was International Women's Day. So Jelani was talking about celebrating aspects of the sacred feminine, and also by the next beautiful name in the book, in the Physicians of the Heart, which is related.
Yeah, Hakim. So it's about divine healing wisdom. But it's connected with the ancient name for holy wisdom, Hokhmah. So Hakim, Hakam, Hokhmah, all coming from the same roots. So we thought we'll work with the divine feminine holy wisdom. And hope that she inspires us a bit as we go along this evening.
Shall we start?
Let's start
with the invocation.
Let's do that. Let's do the expanded form of
So
the
just
invocation.
taking a breath together, maybe feeling our feet on the floor, settling into our seats, being aware of our bodies here and now, and our breath moving in and out. Connecting to ourselves and our presence. Just as we are right now, in this moment, in this breath, here we are. And then I invite you to open your eyes if you haven't already, and just connect with each other on the screen, just looking round at these other beloved beings, all manifestations of the One. Towards the One.
The
The perfection of
love,
love, harmony and beauty. The only being, united with all the illuminated souls, who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother,
the
the Spirit of guidance. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We begin in the name of love. And we'll begin with some words in Aramaic spoken by Yeshua, by Jesus. Inanna lachma dahai.
Inanna lachma dahai.
Inanna
Inanna
lachma
lachma
dahai.
dahai.
I am the bread of life is the translation in the King James Bible. Simple presence, another translation, simple presence is what nourishes our being. Our connection with the greater being is what nourishes us in life. the connection of our smaller self, our physical body, our personality with the greater self, our soul. The greater unity is what nourishes us, feeds us, helps to connect us to holy wisdom.
And the word Hokhmah, which is the word that means bread, but it doesn't just mean bread. It means whatever sustains us on all levels, body, heart, soul, mind. And the sounds, Hokhmah, to an Aramaic speaking ear are closely related to Hokhmah. So no Aramaic speaking person would hear the word Hokhmah without also hearing her name, Hokhmah. So this source of holy wisdom, this nourishment for all of the levels of our being, our whole inner community.
And Inanna, I like Inanna. I think the full way of saying it would be Ina, means the I within the I, the one within the one.
The small I, connecting to the great I.
Can you play the chord? Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai. Sing with me. Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, 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 Inanna Hokhmah Dahai. So very simple movements. You can do this standing or sitting. So bendy knees, bouncy knees, flexible, and thank you. So we're going to be bowing, leading with the heart, bowing to the right, coming back onto the knees, bowing to the left. And we do that 3 times, and then we do this sweep, sweeping the heart in a crescent motion from left to right, and then up, connecting above, and then dipping our heart and bowing to the earth. Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai. To the right, to the left. Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, right, then sweeping, Inanna Hokhmah, and bowing, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai, Inanna Hokhmah Dahai. Keeping your attention in the heart. say that together.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Just seen our son walking all the way around the house because the door was locked. I think he's coming in that side. He'll be fine. I just. Giving us a cheeky little wave through the window.
So one of the benefits of moving and breathing and singing is it helps to bring our attention right now into our bodies, into this present moment. And then we notice, well, I notice that often when we finish singing and we finish dancing, we finish moving, there's a real sense of stillness and presence. That wasn't there before. Even on Zoom. I was hoping that Jelani's got something else to say now because I've run out.
It's all right, I've got plenty. I usually do. It's getting me to shut up that's the problem. That's a quote, by the way. So this is words from the book of Genesis. And this is talking about holy wisdom, Sophia as she's known in Greek, or Hokhmah. She's seen as the companion of the Holy One right from the very start. And these words, this is the expanded translation by Neil Douglas Klotz from the book of Genesis. From the first gathering of sensing and feeling, I was poured out like a libation, a consecration of the cosmos. At that ancient pivotal moment, before particles or form were even imagined, I flowed out, baptizing all in sacredness. And in the King James Version, I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water. So this is Holy Wisdom herself speaking, Hokhmah. So before, in this time, before even there was any solidity, any sense of earthiness, before the earth was even created, I was there. And I was poured out in this way, like a libation, like a baptism. My waters were flowing before there was ever any solid ground for them to fall upon. And the implication is that continues, that still happens, without cease, this pouring forth of holy wisdom, which we can receive, landing in our own earthiness. Me olam nisachti.
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 Merosh.
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 Mitkademi aretz.
Mitkademi aretz.
Mitkademi aretz.
Mitkademi aretz.
Mitkademi aretz.
Mitkademi aretz.
So, just go with the sounds as much as you can. Let them flow. Even if there's no solid land, solid earth for them to land in, let them flow like a libation and do your best with the words. Before anything, before even the earth was there, I was there, pouring myself out like a libation, this flow of all of the wateriness of wisdom, like a libation, like a baptism. Me'olam nisachti.
Me'olam nisachti.
Merosh.
Merosh.
Mitkademi aretz.
Mitkademi aretz.
Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Merosh, merosh, merosh. Mitkademi aretz. Mitkademi aretz. Mitkademi aretz. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Merosh, merosh, merosh. Mitkademi aretz. Mitkademi aretz. Mitkademi aretz. That word aretz is the word for the earth. It's this, and the end of the dance has this sense of being poured out onto the earth. So let's sing it together. One. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Me'olam nisachti. Merosh, merosh, merosh. Mitkademi aretz. Mitkademi aretz. Mitkademi aretz. So I'm going to tell you the words one more time. And just remember that this kind of wisdom, it's not the kind of wisdom that we necessarily learn from reading or from writing. So just allow it in, allow it to be absorbed, and what you're ready to receive will land. And maybe you won't get it all this time, and that's okay. I'll be singing, Salit will be singing, so you can just join in. Me'olam nisachti.
Me'olam nisachti.
This word olam has the sense of before anything, before the beginning of time. Me'olam nisachti.
Me'olam nisachti.
Merosh, merosh, merosh.
Merosh, merosh, merosh.
Mitkademi aretz.
Mitkademi aretz.
So I was there, I was set up from this eternal archetypal moment before anything. There I was, my fountains of abundant wisdom flowing before there was anything to receive it. But that flow of abundance is not dependent on having anything to receive it. It continues to flow, and if we choose, we can let it land in the earthiness of our being. So we're going to stand, and you can adapt these movements to be seated if you choose, or you can dance with us. So there's this fountaining movement of we'd be in the dance, we'd be facing a partner, and my hands would be coming up with your hands. Can I have your hands, please?
Yes, absolutely.
So they would be coming up in this fountain, fingertips touching. Me olam nisakti. Yeah, that's good. Let's try that again. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. And then we'd have a new partner. But let's adapt that for the screen. So you can choose somebody to move with. And then the second time we'll do a turn on our own. Me olam nisakti. Feeling this fountaining up of wisdom. Me olam nisakti. Choose another partner. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. And then we do these little steps in. Merosh, merosh, merosh. So it's right, left, right, and then touch the left. And then we're going to go into a grapevine. So the left foot comes in front. You can't really see my feet here. Mitkadami aretz, mitkadami aretz, mitkadami. And the arms are up in this chalice, containing all of this wisdom and then letting it flow down into the earth. Aretz. It's a beautiful moment of landing, a moment of peace. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. Merosh, merosh, merosh. Mikadami aretz, mikadami aretz, mikadami aretz. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. Me olam nisakti. I was there from the time, before there was even any solid earth to receive me. I poured my wisdom out. I poured out all of the gifts of my being as a libation, as a baptism, before there was even any earth to receive it. So there's a sense in which Hokhmah is part of our own consciousness as well, our own ability to look back at ourselves and see, to be aware of our inner community, one of our inner voices. This breath of knowing that arises from deep within. Just read a tiny bit more about this. In the native Middle Eastern tradition, we begin to develop a sense of depth or interiority by recognizing that something greater than ourselves is moving with intention through our life. When we confront the knower within us, the one that experiences, we enter the presence of what these storytellers call Hokhmah, holy wisdom, or the sacred sense. From the meaning of her name, she is the breath of awareness from underneath and within. The breath of awareness from underneath and within. The developed sense of an inner I am has gifts to give, including the fulfillment of needs that we often try to satisfy by looking outside. What inner impulses, impressions, and voices have you been ignoring? What is the wisdom that wants to be heard from within? I'll take a few moments just breathing with that. What is the wisdom of the body, the wisdom that arises from within? The inner voices, the inner impulses, the inner impressions that want to be heard and seen and felt. Giving some attention to our inner world, this breath of awareness from within. And developing a relationship with these inner voices, with this inner sacred sense of wisdom, is a lifelong journey. A journey that can lead us to a deeper sense of wholeness, fulfillment, more of who we are. So a little bit more about holy wisdom, the first voice within our own sense of depth, our inner self. Her name starts with the breath of manifested life. The breath of manifested life. Let's do that together. Which enters the middle of collected manifestation. Hum, hum, coming into form, this hum, this coalescence of solidity, collected manifestation. And leaves as pure, intelligent life. There's another at the end, so it's this breath coming into form and then being breathed out as intelligent life. That's her name, Hokhmah. Let's say it together. Hokhmah. And again, Hokhmah. And one more time. Hokhmah. So there's an early saying with her name, which is Hokhmah Allah Tu. So here she is, holy wisdom, and Allah Tu, an early form of Allah, Allah, Elohim, all of those Semitic Al words, which means unity here and now. So holy wisdom, unity here and now. Hokhmah Allah Tu.
Hokhmah Allah Tu.
Hokhmah Allah Tu.
I was just thinking as you went through those sounds, ending with the ah, which you were saying is the manifestation of
pure intelligent life.
Pure intelligent life. I was thinking the ah sound. I love the ah sound because of its opening power, its opening quality of the heart. We find it in Rahman and Ram.
And it's worth making that connection with Rahman and Rahim. We were talking about this the other day. The roots in the word for womb, and that's where Hokhmah also has her home, in the womb space, in the womb basket, in the fertile darkness, in the depths of our being, and then that radiating, the breath that radiates out from there. So connected again, it's not possible for somebody from that world to hear words like Rahmah without hearing Hokhmah in there. So, yes. Hokhmah Allah Tu. Hokhmah. Allah Tu, Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah Tu, Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah Tu, Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah Tu, Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah Tu. So this breath of holy wisdom, this breath of manifested consciousness, wisdom coming into form and being breathed out as conscious life, unity here and now. Allah Tu. So let's move again with Hokhmah. And this dance is all based around this womb space like this, and we're moving, we're snaking in this way, doing these kind of figure of 8 movements, really wakening up all of this fertile place, this place of creativity, no matter whether your body is male or female or somewhere in between or a bit of everything. We all have these fertile, creative depths, and that's where this holy wisdom is being birthed, or is coming through us, coming from those fertile depths. So, Hokhmah latu, Hokhmah latu, alatu, Hokhmah alatu, Hokhmah alatu, alatu. And if you choose, this is one of the bonuses of our Zoom dancing. You know, we can be a bit creative and a bit free and independent. If you feel to sort of hold and stroke and rub your belly and just make friends with this part of your body and feel from the outside that connection with the deep, deep depths inside, waking up this wisdom of the body. And then when it comes to the part which is more kind of chanted, Hokhmah, Hokhmah. So now then, some of you were with us on Sunday when we talked a bit more about this. Hokhmah gathers, she invites, she includes everybody. Her wisdom is for all. The gifts of her nourishment and her food are for everyone. When she spreads her table and lays it with spiced wines and delicious meats and all these wonderful foods, everybody is invited. So there's this gathering movement, which is like Hokhmah, Hokhmah, bringing it into the belly, into this place, this cauldron place, and then up to the heart to be breathed out as this breath of conscious wisdom. Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah tu. Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah tu. Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah tu. Hokhmah, Hokhmah, Allah tu. And sometimes this movement is earthy, sometimes it's fiery, sometimes it's watery, sometimes it's airy. Go with what your body feels and the energy that's present for you right now, so that you are being more of who you are right now, here. Let Hokhmah guide you to that sense of who you are, what's right for you in this moment. So, beginning with our snaking movements. Hokhmah So feeling the earth beneath us. And connecting with the deep, fertile, dark earthiness of our bellies. This conscious breath entering form, wisdom arising in the body. Knowing, understanding more of who we are. Coming more into the fullness of our being, unity, right here, right now. And by the earth beneath our feet. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. So the thing is that when we move to the next of our beautiful names, if we can come to that with all of the resonance of what we've just been doing, with all of the overtones in the sounds and the meaning and the depths of Hokhmah, how can it be to bring that to our understanding about Ya Hakim? Ya Hakim.
Ya Hakim.
You can feel how it's the same word, it's the same roots, it's the same word for wisdom. Al-Hakim is the universal manifestation of healing wisdom. It's the essential wisdom that brings all experience into balance and harmony, and it is the one whose wisdom is manifested everywhere. It is the heart of diamond-like clarity that gives you access to an active spirit of guidance. So another way to hear the spirit of guidance is the breath of wisdom rising in the body. Al-Hakim is born of inner certainty and is manifested as outward calm and determination. The word for bridle is Hokhmah, meaning to rein in. The ability to control unbridled passions such as anger requires a wisdom that expresses itself in skillful action and through the actual practice of all that you know. It's the ultimate test, isn't it? Bringing into practice what we know in those moments of extreme emotion, anger, fear, whatever those might be. If we can really bring what we know into those moments, maybe that's a definition of wisdom. Realization of this divine quality gives you the ability to determine exactly how wisdom can promote healing in each and every instance. How wonderful to be able to make the choices that bring healing in each and every situation. A most concrete meaning of Al-Hakim is a physician of hearts, like our beautiful book, The Physician of the Heart. Invocation of Ya Hakim provides help for those of us who easily get lost in generalities and have difficulty translating knowledge into practical wisdom. It's like taking that theory and putting it into practice. Al-Hakim is the name of wisdom that is most inclusive. Its universal meaning includes the meaning of its cognate, Ya Hakam, which is discerning wisdom, with which it is paired in repetition. So often we would say Ya Hakam, Ya Hakim, Ya Hakam, Ya Hakim. In fact, maybe we'll do that now. So discerning wisdom paired with healing wisdom. The wisdom to choose, to make good choices, and to know what's right for us in each moment. And the healing wisdom that knows which actions will bring the most healing in every situation.
You were just talking about the breath earlier on. The breath of wisdom, I think.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I was just thinking, just paying attention to the breath can give us clues about what's happening to us and whether what we're doing right now is relaxing into ourselves or whether we're pushing something or resisting something. Sometimes we hold our breaths in one way or another, and if we notice what we're doing, that can be an opening into some sort of wisdom about the present moment.
That's right, and I, when we connect with Hokhmah, then that breath and the wisdom of the body is implicit in it. With a kind of theoretical word, if we're talking about Hakim, whatever that might mean to us, it loses some of its depth if we fail to include all of that history, those roots going back to this roots of holy wisdom, wisdom of the body, wisdom of the breath, bringing all of that in. So yeah, absolutely, listening, watching the breath, and listening to the body. We talk about gut feelings sometimes, don't we? So we'll do 33 of Ya Hakam, Ya Hakim. So Ya Hakam, discerning wisdom. Ya Hakim, healing wisdom. Ya Hakam, Ya Hakim. 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 Let's breathe out Hakam, discerning wisdom, and breathe in Hakim, healing wisdom. Breathing out with our ability to choose what's best for us. Breathing in this healing wisdom. and letting the words fall away, but just listening to the wisdom of the body, allowing the breath to guide us, this conscious breath of wisdom. Breathing in healing wisdom. Deep into our bellies and breathing up and out. This discernment. The ability to choose. To make good choices that serve us well. Guided by the wisdom of the body. Ya Hakam, Ya Hakim, Hokhmah Alatu, Amin, Amen, Amen.
Rock and roll.
So we're going to finish with a bit of rock and roll, yes. Bit of a change of mood. So. Mother Earth is a great big ship that we are sailing on. Sailing on through space and time. Touch the earth, feel your worth. Wake up to each new rebirth. Open up your heart and touch the divine. Mother Earth is a great big ship that we are sailing on, sailing on, sailing on through space and time. Oh, space and time. Touch the earth, feel your worth. Wake up to each new rebirth. Open up your heart and touch the divine.
Touch the divine.
Touch the divine. Mother Earth is a great big ship that we are sailing on, sailing on, sailing on through space and time. Space and time. Touch the earth, feel your worth. Wake up to each new rebirth. Open up your heart, touch the divine. Touch the divine. sailing on, sailing on, sailing on through space and time. Touch the earth, feel your worth, wake up to each new rebirth. Open up your heart, touch the divine, touch the divine. Mother Earth is a great
the divine,
touch the divine, touch the divine,
touch the
divine, touch the divine. Mother Earth is a great big ship that we are sailing on, sailing on, sailing on through space and time. Touch the earth, feel your worth, wake up to each new rebirth. Open up your heart and touch the divine. So you might like to put one hand on your heart, reach out with the other hand. Let's touch. Let's touch the divine. Let's touch each other. Let's feel the earth beneath our feet. Let's feel our worth. I feel like we should get our lighters out. Rock concert time. Oh, bless you all. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks be to the Mother. Let's finish with the Goddess blessing. Everything lost is found again, in a new form, in a new way. Everything hurt is healed again, in a new time, in a new day. Change is, touch is, touch is, change is. Change us, touch us, touch us, change us, change us, touch us, touch us, change us, change us, touch us, touch us, change us. Amen. Blessed be.